What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and I am back with part 2 of this J.J. Abrams interview series about Rey's parents and basically about him retconning everything that Rian Johnson did and how J.J. has to come back and fix everything that Rian Johnson screwed up. So this is part 2. The first part, if you want to go and watch it, the video is in the description below, the link to it. I would highly recommend watching that first before watching this. So in video 1, I watched the interview, and now I'm going to read the article which the video was originally referenced in. So let's check this out. Alright. So I have the article pulled up in reference to that video from J.J. Abrams' interview. J.J. Abrams teases there's more to the story about Rey's parents in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Well, we know that he didn't exactly say this sentence in that interview since we watched it. That's one of the things. I've said this in like a very, very early video of mine. I think maybe like my third video, the In Defense of Luke Skywalker video, where I like to watch interviews of people as compared to reading articles, because reporters have a very good way of twisting people's words, especially when they're writing stuff like this. Like, it sounds like we watched the interview, so we know what he actually said, and then it says, you know, JJ, there's more to the Star Wars story about Rey's parents in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So it's like they kind of took different words and then they kind of put it out of context. Let's see. So Brian Wilk wrote this, and I don't think that woman that was interviewing J.J.'s name was Brian. So, well, let's see what Brian has to say about this. We knew going into this that this movie had to be a satisfying conclusion, director says. Yeah. After seeing the trailer and the title for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, we begin to suspect that director J.J. Abrams might undo some of the plot points and themes established in The Last Jedi. One of those lingering questions was the revelation about Rey's parents and where she comes from. Yeah, I would be pissed too, like I said in the last video. If I had a plan and I wrote out, like, I was chosen to be the head of the new Star Wars franchise, and I was given the opportunity to write the story, to come up with these characters, to come up with the plot points for each movie, and write an outline, even though I knew I wasn't going to be able to direct everyone, which, I mean, me and myself, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to my projects. So the fact that he was doing Star Trek, but still, like, I'd be pretty touchy. I want to have my hands in on everything, considering like this would kind of be my baby. So especially if it was Star Wars, and for J.J. Abrams to be the big Star Wars fan he claims to be, I have a hard time believing that he would, you know, just be okay with Rian Johnson throwing out a script, which is exactly what Rian Johnson did. And I don't know the in-depths of why J.J. wasn't supposed to. I just assumed it was because he was working on Star Trek, so that's why he couldn't, or he was working on something else that was already lined up. But come on, you have the opportunity to direct the new Star Wars trilogy. Wouldn't you drop everything else and be like, all right, I'm doing this? I would. I don't know what other people like. It would depend on what. No, I don't think there would be any other project that I would think, oh yeah, let me work on that over working on Star Wars. But whatever. So yeah, some of the plot points established in The Last Jedi, yeah, I would be furious if I gave you an outline and I said, here's, you know, the continuation, here's part 2 of my story, and the next person just threw it out. Like, come on. Good for JJ for keeping the composure. I'm still not the biggest JJ Abrams fan, because, I mean, I will never forgive him for ruining the Wrath of Khan with giving us Star Trek Into Darkness, but still. Let's see. What Kylo Ren says, Episode 8. Oh, sorry. I was like I saw Rey and then I skipped up here. Sorry about that. Kylo Ren says in Episode 8 that Rey's parents were nobodies, and she could sense she doesn't come from some long lineage of Jedi blood. Okay, so she doesn't come from a long lineage of Jedi blood. Just she magically is epic at everything. She knows how to use a lightsaber after first day having a lightsaber. She knows how to use it. She beats the damn villain in the first movie. Wow. Okay, she isn't from the long lineage of blood. Well, Anakin wasn't, but I mean, he was created completely out of the Force. I still believe the Darth Plagueis. I believe that fan theory. I don't necessarily believe the Darth. I know that they like confirmed it or whatever, but I still believe more so that it was Plagueis, not Sidious, that created him. But to each their own. So yeah, that's a completely different topic for a different video. But let's see. So Abrams teases in a recent interview that might not be all there is. Ooh, well, we already watched it, so we already know what happens. I will say that we knew going into this that this movie had to be a satisfying conclusion. Wouldn't you want that for every movie? Don't you want your movies to be satisfying to the audience? I feel like that's a given. Even like the movies when it's like it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger, at least you get some satisfaction throughout the movie. At least I thought that's what you're going for when you want to make the monies. But apparently Rian Johnson's like, no, I need to subvert your expectations. And we're all we're well aware that this is one of the things that's sort of been out there. Abrams told ABC News, I don't want to say that what happens in episode 8, we've honored that. I don't want to say that what happens in episode 8, we've honored that. But I will say there's more to the story than you've seen. Huh. I wonder who that's throwing shade at. It's good to hear, however, that Abrams intends to honor the story directions taken by Rian Johnson's film. When did he say that? No, he didn't. But we watched the interview. JJ is very, very much like, throwing shade at Rian Johnson, being like, no, we gotta satisfy the audience. Rian Johnson didn't satisfy the audience. He just kind of said they're nobody. 100%. He's gonna do something. He's gonna fix it. He's gonna at least attempt to fix it. And how do you fix what Rian Johnson did? I'd be so pissed if I had to come in and clean up that guy's mess. It's like, you came into my house. You were my guest. I showed you where my towels were. I showed you, where the napkins were. I prepared the guest bedroom for it. I left, maybe to go get dinner. I went to go pick up the pizza, and I came back, and you trashed everything. And now I gotta clean it up because you trashed my place, and then you took off. Yeah. When on earth did he say he's gonna honor the story directions taken by Rian Johnson's film? Never did he say that in the interview. But his quote potentially suggests that Abrams has stuck with the same vision he started out with when making The Force Awakens. These two sentences contradict each other so much because Rian Johnson threw away JJ's script, and then you're saying that he suggests that what he's saying suggests that he's going to stick with what his original idea was with The Force Awakens. Contradictions. You need to proofread, and you need to actually think out a cohesive structure to your article before you put this out on the internets. It was revealed in 2017 Rolling Stone profile of Abrams that back when that movie was filming, Abrams told star Daisy Ridley from the beginning whose Rey's parents were, and that Johnson gave her the same answer upon filming The Last Jedi. Do I need to go back and hunt that article down? I feel like I do. I feel like there might be a part 3 to this video. I'm going to have to go hunt down this article. Abrams also revealed that one of the code names given to the Rise of the Skywalker to prevent any leaks was Trixie, which aside from being a cute name that Abrams liked, he said cute word, not cute name, contains the letters IX or the Roman numeral for 9 in the name. Watch the full interview. This person doesn't even, this isn't even a story. You're just that wasn't even a conclusion. Okay, let me go to Trixie, and then, the 3 comments. Come on, you're gonna write an article. You have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So you have to have, the opening paragraph, the introduction to what you're gonna talk about. So, hey, here's what we're gonna talk about. Sometimes that's in the title. So you have the title. Here's the one sentence of what this article is gonna be about. Then you have the opening paragraph. Then you have, this, and this point, and then you have the conclusion summarizing up. You didn't have the conclusion. Come on, why do I need to tell you this, Brian? Come on, Brian. You need to get with this. You're going to go write for articles like The Wrap. You need to learn how to write an article. You need to learn how to structure. You're contradicting yourself in sentences, or in 2 different sentences. Come on. I'm not your editor. I shouldn't have to tell you this. Learn how to write an article if this is what your career is going to be. If you want to be successful in this industry, that's something that you actually need to understand and do. I would highly recommend going and reading some of the great journalists and go and see the way that they structure their paragraphs. And I mean, come on, that interview was only 3 minutes long, but still, you can go and write, here's my introduction, here's point A, here's point B, here's point C, here's my conclusion that summarizes everything that we talked about, and then leave like another sentence like, ooh, looking forward to the next one in a galaxy far, far away, or something like that. Think about it, dude. But, yeah, this is a very misleading article. But I am going to go look into, the only good thing that came out of this article, I will say, is this little, the Rolling Stone article. So I'm going to go look into that, and I'll be back for part 3, once I find that. So what we can take from that is, don't trust Brian. Brian, I don't even know if he watched the interview, or if the person that did the interview, he just took sentences out of it. But, now we know, and at least I have another article to go look into. So I actually am going to go look into this article, and I will be back with part 3. So everyone, until then, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. I'm not too happy with Brian right now. I was expecting a decent article, and I didn't get that. So, yeah, Brian, shame on you. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And everyone, I will see you with the next video in part 3. And until then, have a great rest of your day, and may the force be with you, because we are really, really going to need it. Hey everyone, if you want to send me some mail that'll open up on a live stream, go ahead and send it to Anna, that Star Wars girl, or TSWG for short, at P.O. Box number 28171, Santa Ana, California, 927998171. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.